Check, check. Okay, guys, so as you know, and we chatted in the previous panel, we're going to have the guys presenting. So I'm proud to reintroduce to the stage Atlas Grace. They're building a charity and demonstrating that Star Atlas can have real impact in the world. And also Darko Roasters, a coffee brand based in the Star Atlas Metaverse. So some applause for them.
Hey everyone, I'm back. So we've had the introduction. My name's Archetype, and I'm the founder of Atlas Grace. And just a little backstory on myself. I've spent probably the last 12 years, give or take, living in Southeast Asia, volunteering for orphanage, aged care homes, different NGOs. And I even ran a boys' home with my wife for a number of years in Siem Reap, Cambodia. And one thing that I've come to notice living in Australia and also living over in Southeast Asia is I've had a number of grace poured out on my life. And I feel like it's my time to give back. And do we have the next slide? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so really grace, I just want to pause on this for a moment here because grace is very important in my life. Like I said, it's been poured out on me, and the definition of grace, I mean, if you're the one receiving grace, it's an unmerited gift. You don't deserve it. And for the one that is giving that gift of grace, you're not expecting anything in return. And so I feel like in my life, I've been had this grace just poured out, and it's my time now to give back in a way that I'm not looking for anything in return. So with that said, next slide, thank you. Yeah, so what is Atlas Grace? Atlas Grace is best described as a treasury that's owned by the community, and we hold Star Atlas assets, so ships, and the Atlas and Polis token. And I had an idea for this back in 2021. This was the original Twitter post here. And I'd won a couple of ships through a giveaway that Star Atlas was doing. And I thought, what better time to start than now? And basically just built in silence, just kept compounding and adding to this wallet. And the goal is basically to donate the emissions that come from this thing. And so as I started to connect with the community and I started to share this idea, people were really encouraging. And I made the wallet address public, and that was more or less for accountability for myself, basically. Once I say I'm going to do something, I want to do it, right? So yeah, basically built for the first year, and people started to add to this wallet, which was crazy. Community members that were just really getting behind it. And what was really cool about that is it built trust, it built friendship, and then most importantly, it no longer became an archetype thing, it became a community-owned thing, which is my goal all along, was to make this something that was far bigger than myself. So for the first year, that was the growth, just compounding. And then in 2023, started to donate to charities, and these are the charities that we've donated to. So all the emissions that come from the assets held in the treasury, 50% is compounded back in, and the other 50% we donate to charity. So you can see a number of charities here that we've donated to so far. We've been going for almost 2 years now with donations, and we've been able to raise over $1,000 so far to 20 different charities around the world. And that's just the beginning, because this is just part one, really, of what Atlas Grace is. So as I mentioned, I ran a boys' home for a number of years in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and we have a scholarship program. And these guys here are the original guys from the boys' home, and it's been wonderful to stay connected with them. They're all grown up now, they've got young families of their own, and they're our first scholars through our scholarship program. Which is really amazing. And we're also doing free ship lending. So these guys are getting well, they're now at a tier 3 scholar pack. So we educate them along the way with Web3 and self-custody and staying safe online. And then we get into the wonderful world of Star Atlas. And they've each now got around about $500 worth of assets that they're able to play with. And what's amazing about that is there's no upfront cost for them to start playing the game. They can just start earning, which is pretty amazing for their station and what they can earn per month. This is really can make a huge difference. As well as that, we also have a co-working space that the Treasury is able to provide for. And really, it's just a small, modest little office space in Siem Reap, Cambodia. And we meet once a week, roughly. Guys are always dropping in, and basically it's a co-working space. There's Wi-Fi, there's air conditioning, coffee, cold drinks. It's just a safe environment, and they can come and they can use the computers, they can game, and we also put on free workshops. And I think that that's the real potential of Atlas Grace, is this education program and getting them into another area, which is the Web3 world. A lot of these guys, they're university degrees. They're smarter than I am, harder working than I am. And they come out of university with a certificate, but no opportunities. And the average salary for a Cambodian is between $100 and $200 a month. So, I mean, if they're willing to learn, if they can output the same kind of work that I am, then who cares, like, what nation they're from, what color their skin is? They should be able to earn on an international level. And through Atlas Grace, through connecting with Web3, the Star Atlas community, and the Star Atlas Build program, I feel that this is the real future for Atlas Grace, and it's bringing power back to the people. And that's what we're all about at Star Atlas. And yeah, that's Atlas Grace in a nutshell. I'm going to pass it on to my good friend, Atlas Theory, and we're going to stay up on stage here, and we're going to talk about dark core roasters.
Of course. Yes. Amazing work with Atlas Grace. It's been a true honor to co-found Dark Core Roasters with Archetype here. So we'll be bringing up the Dark Core Roasters slides here, and we'll get into it. But I'll just begin here. Dark Core Roasters, we hope to be the coffee brand of the metaverse. Archetype and I, from the very beginning, really believed in the vision of Star Atlas, and also this vision that it'll go beyond a game into a metaverse. And we wanted to secure our spot there, have some fun as well, build a community. So we wanted to do this in 3 ways to ensure longevity, but really go deep with the people who enjoy our product. So we are building a community 1 cup at a time. We match the Star Atlas releases. This is one of our ways to truly engage. We brew flavors that celebrate the in-game events. As you see here, this is our newest one with Surge. We also had one for Atlas Brew, which is the weekly community event. So really fun time releasing this stuff. We also have collaborations with Afia that you'll hear speak a little more here. And we have expanded into story as well. We released on D-Reader our first little story that Archetype and I and our good friend Chowda as well built. Just really fun diving into this Star Atlas IP and what we can build in the universe of Gallia.
Yeah, so we get to make cool coffee. We get to make comics. But the thing that we really love to do, and I mentioned it before on the panel, was rituals that connect us, and that's just the daily connecting that we have with our community members. We have a Discord channel called Post Your Coffee, and this is quite fun because it's either going to be someone that's sitting in a nice coffee shop and they're showing off like some nice latte or cappuccino work from the barista, or it's going to be, a bit of a joke that the office only has cafeteria blend instant coffee. And so people are posting in there. We also have a game in our Discord called Death Shot. And that's been fun. You could think of it like a Russian roulette, where you can order a shot of coffee and you could earn points or you could lose them all. And there's a lot of like healthy banter and some fun sort of gaming in the community, which on a daily basis, that really helps us connect. And sharing our experiences. I mean, everyone seems to know Dark Core Roasters now, which is great. And even content creators like Beth and like Beyond the Horizon are doing fun videos and using our products and showing them off. And they're just, they're not paid, they're not sponsored. They just enjoy our product, and that's what we love to see.
Yeah, it's been a really great time, really engaging with everyone. But we also had a third aspect, and this is building out our coffee experiences. As we mentioned, we want to build for the metaverse. So we're doing this in many ways. We are getting skins ready for future releases, such as racing or the Surge event that we talked about. And I'll get into who this is here in a moment. We are also focusing on our first in-game store, what that will look like, how we want to build it out, and also who will be running that store. So as we mentioned, we're building out characters and stories. So we actually opened a crew pack, Star Atlas's new release, and we searched for one that had the hospitality attribute. And we would like to introduce you to Hara here. Hello there. How's it going?
Hey, it's going all right.
So this is an AI NPC that we built out.
What about you?
It's going well. In the mood for a coffee. Any recommendations?
If you're in the mood for something zesty with a classic Arabica acidic bite, I'd suggest Paisal's Perk.
Do you have anything decaffeinated?
Yeah, we have Bicala's Batch. It's a decaf medium roast with smooth-tasting notes of caramel and citrus. Full flavor, none of the caffeine. Want to give it a try?
That sounds perfect. I'll have one of those.
Here you go, one Bicala's Batch. Enjoy.
Have you heard any rumors lately?
Yeah, there are a few floating around. Heard that Ephia has developed a new type of ship that's supposed to be the fastest in the galaxy. And Demanic Vane is still at large, but it sounds like the bounty hunters are closing in on him.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Herodane Gertrudis.
So yeah, just a little example of some of the things we're building here at Dark Core Roasters. As you can see, now we'd like to add the coffee shop, built out in 3D, work on our AI model a little bit as well. And yeah, do you love coffee? If you're here today, we have a booth out there serving Dark Core Roasters, and yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing, if you post and you tag us on Twitter, we got a few little giveaways to have as well. So make sure you grab a coffee and take some photos, and thank you very much for having us.
Cool, thank you guys.